Okay. Oh, what's up, guys? Oh, shit. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How was your day? Did you get laid? I just made that up. Relaxing music. What's up, brother? Who else? Daniel Berry Sports. A couple other people hiding. Couple of other people hiding. Who are you? Make yourself known. Oh, God. Here, I'm going to put this down because. There we go. All right. Now let's make fun of how many times I knocked my shit over. Okay. Oh my God! I can't get it positioned right. Yes, I know. Get a tripod. I've got a tripod, but it's cheap as hell. It's cheap as hell. And it doesn't hold it vertical. You damn vertical chat sons of bitches. I can't deal with y'all. Hold on, I'll figure it out. Okay. I got it figured out. Sorry. Ta-da! I got it figured out. It's a little crooked, but we'll be all right. How y'all doing? relaxing. Daniel, hopefully y'all had a good day today. Good news day. It was a good news day. Bovino, the little short midget motherfucker, out. He's gone. Yeah, I think that we, the people, kind of made Trump understand that you keep pushing us, and there's going to be some bad shit happening down here in Minneapolis. So, rightfully and thankfully, it seems like Trump is turning down the volume on it. Like any smart American would do when you start fucking with people's freedom of speech. Good, still stuck in the snow. Had to walk to the store for beer. You got beer now, brother? Crack one of them bitches for me. Interesting fact is this. Y'all remember this? We were going to play this a couple weeks ago. Or not even a couple weeks ago, probably. Oh, yeah, you got your beer. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sold it. Sold it on eBay today. $50. So I'm kind of glad I didn't break it all out and get it all strewn everywhere, because I'd probably lose half of it. Send it out, and then somebody would be pissed off and send it back. And I'd have a refund on my hands. So, yeah, you drinking a beer now? Cool. Yeah, so, when we have news days like this, we need to take them and enjoy them, and celebrate them. Because it doesn't happen very often. And it's a good thing. Alright. I don't know what the hell that was. Alright, so here we go, guys. Yeah, where's Wolfie at? Just bowling night for Wolfie? And where the hell is Swan Song? Swan Song. Swan Song came in on Saturday. Saturday I did a little live feed, and I was in rare form. I just went out to the car and recorded the live feed where I was bitching about the murder, of of the nurse. And yeah, it got a little animated. I had to ream some people's asses. I had a guy threaten to come beat my ass. Facebook today, I've had a couple people threaten to beat my ass. When they get to the point where they're threatening to beat your ass, that they're up against the fucking ropes. Because they got nothing left. And they don't like to hear truth coming right at them, so they claw back by threatening violence, even though we all know they're cowards. So, I'm not, I don't feel in any kind of danger, guys. So, if some of them come in here tonight, who's relaxing, you're taking care of them. If somebody wants to play, let them come on in and we'll play. But, yeah, he is a weasel. He's, I saw that meme where he looks like a 52-year-old lesbian, and it says I couldn't unsee it. After I saw it, I couldn't unsee it either. Little short fucker. It's always these little short fuckers with Napoleon complexes. Got to get in there and act all badass. And that press conference he did was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. To say that man was out there to cause maximum damage to these fucking idiots that they got their brown shirts running around. The most untrained group of individuals I've ever seen. Holy shit. Thank you, MD. 25 for 6, thank you. I don't know, man. It gets old. And so today was a good day. Let's enjoy these good days when they come along. That's all I'll say. Let's enjoy it. I could add a Q&A sticker. No, I ain't gonna do that. We don't have to add that stuff. We can make our own fun here. All right. So, anything else in the news today? Let me see. No, that was just basically that. And Memphis is frozen solid, so I ain't been going anywhere. So I hadn't been able to pick, so I can't show y'all any of my stuff. But we definitely are going to do a Happier Me affirmation card today, just because I love them and it's a part of the show. Part of the show. All right, I think this is a good one, an important one. David Allan Coe. No, not him. We'll do two of them today because I like these. I think we need to. What's up, Maria? Marie. It's me. We got three of our CTGers in the house right now. Guys, I'm trying to get more people over. Okay. A lot of people watch my videos, but they won't come in here. But that's okay. We'll get them in here. It's showing no one in here right now, so I'm not going to read the. Oh, there's one person in here. I'm going to read the affirmations for the day. I'll show them to you. We'll just take them and flip the camera around. Here's the first one. All right, guys, here we go. Check it out. I am always supplied with whatever I need. I think this is a good one. Take a look at your life so far and acknowledge how many things you have overcome, all because you were supplied with what you needed at the time. So that's the first one. Hopefully somebody gets a little something out of that one. I don't have a lot to say about that. It reminds me of the Tom Petty song, Crawling Back to You, where he says, most of the things I worry about never happen anyway. I think that lyric's always stuck with me because it's true. It's true. We spend so much time worrying about things. I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it with the craziness that's happening right now. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. Do you think Trump has the balls to do this, to push it? There she is. There's the swan song. What up? Boom. Swan, you left my chat the other night whenever I was reaming people. I was like, I think I ran Swan off because I was being such a jackass. I needed that to come out. And if somebody got in my way, then I was going to run them over. Because, you can only get threatened so many times. What up? CTG. You can only get threatened so many times before you wear a swan anyways. Before you have to, you got to say something back. I'm a Gen Xer, I've always questioned authority. I think everybody should question authority. But a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that in them yet because they've never been abused by authority. Hopefully, this weekend was a huge wake-up call for a lot of people. Because, if it can happen to an ICU nurse, then it can happen to anybody. I'll do a real quick rundown of a story that has to do with kind of this whole situation. So all you guys, even the ones that are in the CTG that don't watch my regular videos a lot, that I'm an auditor, and you probably know about my situation in Arlington where I got illegally detained and cuffed, and hold on. And what I wanted to share with you was, when Liver Cheese started this journey about 2 years ago, I don't really call it 2 years because I take a half a year away just because of what happened to me. I wasn't getting out and doing a lot. And right now I'm in the middle of a snowstorm. I do need to get out and shoot some videos. You're in CTG? Yes. I understand. I just mostly listened for a bit that night. Well, you probably had your daughter around, and I was letting them fly that night. So that's what I figured happened. So I wasn't upset about it. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't, like, scare somebody off. Because sometimes when I click into that freedom mode, I can be scary. I can be a lot to take. And I'm proud of that. It's one thing I'll die for. And I've said 100 times on here, I will die for our rights to freedom of speech. They're kind of being trampled on, and then now he's backing down a little bit. Shut up, Swan Song. What the hell's going on? Staying off the grid. What's up? But back to the original story. After all that shit went down, and word got out that, the video got viewed a little bit, it got viewed by my family, some of my family members. And I had one particular family member, I should call out a name, but I'm not going to, because I've left them behind. One in particular, she has like a very strong personality, a lot like liver cheese. And she's very progressive, or has been. But she does have a husband that's a Trump-tard. So, how long do they keep their individualism when they have a husband who's telling them all this shit all the time? I don't think that's what happened. But basically, I kind of got disowned by a lot of my family after I got caught. I had a stroke, remember? And they're calling me up, they're texting me, they're cussing me out, saying, "What are you doing? You're out there causing problems." And I talked to her. I talked to her individually, and I told her, she was calling me crazy, called me everything else. I told her, I said, all it takes is one time, one bad cop, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And, it didn't matter to her or the rest of that side of the family. They all think I'm a nut. They don't understand it. A lot of racism on that side of the family, too, so maybe that has a little bit of something to do with it. But, yeah, I got disowned for that. So, us people that are going out and doing this, I just want you to understand that we lose a lot. We lose our safety. We lose family members. We lose friends. But at the end of the day, if they're not on board with freedom of speech, then I'll leave them behind. There are a lot of other things that I wanted to leave behind with them too. And I move on. And I suggest other people do that too. If you have family members out there who just aren't the same person as you and never will be, and you try to get them to understand what it is you do, and they don't, just leave them. Just leave them. There's plenty of people out there, okay? It's blood, I get it. But blood's not always the end-all be-all, okay? I wouldn't feel safe around these people now. I feel like they would try to attack me. I have another family member who's got a husband who does want to attack me. So, it's a dangerous thing that they're out there doing. This is a nurse who went out there, and he did this because he saw Renee Good get murdered, and he decided to pick up a camera and do something about it. So, great American, ICU nurse. I mean, think about this, guys. This is not some thug criminal out there on the streets with a record 10 miles long. This is a good person. These are good people who were gunned down in the streets. So, you know, yeah, I think Trump understood the people were about to explode. And here's the thing that I want you guys to understand, and I know that Trump understands it. You know what he understands? He understands that you and me have all the power. Okay? Do they have weapons? Yes, they have weapons. Do they have soldiers? Yes, they have soldiers. But how many of those soldiers are going to turn their guns on the American people? Okay? If he wants to test that theory, then let's go ahead and get to it. Because I'm ready to get to it if he wants to test that theory. At any rate, okay, I calmed down now. I'm going to go dwarf tossing. I hate how diverse and dug in we all are. Exactly, man. Exactly. Divided. Your live stream from the toilet. Thank you, man. Drunken. I appreciate that. Oh, God. Okay, now I'm going to go straight into another one of these happiness cards. I didn't read this one, so this is our real one for the night. Let's see. Here we go, guys. What I seek is seeking me. This is a deep one. I need my CTGers. Come on. The universe is so generous that it can't wait to send your way whatever is necessary to help you in your journey. Just open your mind, the door that leads you to infinite possibilities, and accept that you are an unlimited being. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Who the fuck is K2? I don't know who is K2. Is K2 in here? What I seek is seeking me. Okay. If you're, what I think that means is, you know, if you're passionate about something and you put everything into it, you're a lot closer to your goals than you think you are. You know what I mean? Take that extra step. Take that last step. Never give up. If you're starting a YouTube channel, whatever you're doing, man, just, and I know, Swan, you got a small channel, and it's tough sometimes. Swan, you're getting a decent number of views for your little shorts. You know, you got a little group that comes in just for your stuff. So, good on you. Remember what we always say. Here's to the 4 of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us. Okay? That means that's for all of us right there. All right. Let me read some of these. Oh, let me see here, guys. My swords are sharper than the chills of winter. Good, chosen. To fulfill our potential, to be loved and to belong. Authenticity. Woo. Well, I let God decide when my time comes. There you go. There you go. Whoever your God is, that's what you believe. As long as you're a good person, I'm all for it. Okay? Purpose, I worry not about death. Excellent. Excellent. You know, I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of people, once you reach a certain level of thinking and you start to see the way things really are in the world, all of a sudden death, you know, it doesn't seem that scary. You know what I mean? I'm not, I mean, do I want to die? No, of course not. But if I do die, I'm okay with it. You know, I've lived a life that I've wanted to live, and I've tried to help other people and be the best person I could be. So maybe that has something to do with people who aren't afraid to die. I think a lot of times people who aren't afraid to die for something, they you know, they're happy that they've lived a good life, and you know, they want to. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I mean, I can't think of a more fantastic way to go out. and defending the country, defending the Constitution of the United States. I mean, old the nurse and God, I'm forgetting her name already. Good. They're gone, man. But they're gonna be they're marks in history. 50 years from now, people are going to know those names, those two names, and it's going to be more. It's going to be more. I've already told y'all that it's just going to keep happening until somebody steps up and says enough. Back to my point earlier, and Trump's terrified of that. He knows that because we, the people, have the power. We have a lot of people on our side, which is the sane side. Okay, when it comes down to killing Americans on the street, it's time to this red blue shit. It's got to go. It's got to go. Let's focus on what it really is: the 1% versus the 99%. Now, there's something I can go to war for. All right. Do I know T.J. Shepard? I don't feel good most of the time, to be honest with you all. Hold on. Who's this? Let me see who's this. Hold on. Let me read these other ones. I want to be good. I'm working towards being a better person. I value my health and safety, though. Yeah, guys, we love God. I'm working towards being a person. I don't think I'm a good person, though. Toppling. I'm just going to call you Toppling. Bro. Or female. Don't beat yourself up like that, man. Don't do it. Because if you're working on yourself, let's focus on those things. Let's focus on the good things that you've changed about yourself or whatever they are. I don't want you to beat yourself up. You know what I mean? Who doesn't have skeletons in their closet? Everybody does. Everybody's got skeletons in their closet. Yeah, but that comment, I had to comment on that, man, because Toppling, just keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up. Keep going, man. Keep going. I have a wonderful little community starting on my channel. I'm not focusing on growing, but just to share and find like-minded souls. Yeah. Welcome to the CTG. I want to be good. Well, I mean, Toppling, I want to ask you, what do you mean? What is it that you don't think that you're doing that's not good? Can you elaborate a little more? Because, but there are people that do bad things that don't affect other people, and that's their own choice and decisions, and they should be able to make those decisions as long as they're not affecting other people. I want you to be good too. I think you are good. Even that you're saying this in our chat, I think that makes you a good person. I have hockey tomorrow, so bye Gen X. See you tomorrow. All right, Marie. We'll see you later. Did you notice how Marie said we all believe in God in here? Again, if you believe in a God and they point you in the right direction, then that's good stuff. Okay, but that direction shouldn't be hurting other people. All right, Toppling. I don't feel good most of the time, to be honest with you all. Toppling, tell us about it, brother. Come on, preach, talk to us, man. We're here for you. We're here for you. Do you know T.J. Shepard? I read these already, so I'm going to go through them. We have to all see what is wrong and correct what is wrong, and all come to agreements. Well, I don't even know. Yeah. But an agreement is not always that one person gets everything that they want. You know what I mean? It's a give and take. It's a give and take, and our government fucking sucks at it, dude. They're terrible at it. I think people are more pissed off right now at Congress and the Senate for just sitting on their asses, like acting like nothing's happening. I think that's got people pissed off. And, maybe we need a whole new government. Wink, wink. Another Donald Trump hater. Here we go. Dude. Look, man. You're welcome here. Okay? Let's just talk. How about don't fight with the cops when they're making an arrest? I didn't see anyone fight with the cops. You must have seen a different video than I did. Because here's what I saw in the video. And they have multiple angles. You know, the George Orwell, what he said, you know, they're at the end they'll tell you not to believe your eyes, what you see. It's their final and most important request or demand. Because after watching that video many times from many different angles, the one across the street's the best one, where you see the little rat ass fucking ice guy pull his gun. That's the one you want to watch. And let's also talk about how this ice pussy goes up and shoves this woman down. Nobody's even talking about that. Shoves this woman down. So, you know, the ICU nurse here, of course, what does he do? He goes over and lays on top of the woman, tries to hold her, and he gets pepper sprayed in the process. He gets a big ass blast of it, so he can't see anything. He goes down. They're trying to protect him. One guy's beating the shit out of him on the head with a canister of some sort. Yeah. So, and it gets worse from there. Once the guy pulls the legal firearm, which he's legally allowed to carry, you 2A people, be a 2A person. 2A doesn't just apply to one side of the table. You ignorant sons of bitches, okay? 2A means everybody. Freedom of speech means everybody. Simple concept. Grasp it. Run with it. And the first shot was not fired until that gun was clear. That officer grabbed it, ran away with it, and that's when the first shot was fired. Now, they're all talking, he got a gun, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. What could have happened is this dumbass officer pulled the gun off of him and didn't tell them, I got the gun, I got the gun. He just runs off, and there's one thing out there saying that gun might have misfired from that officer, and that triggered the other ones firing on the guy. You know, it could have been a bunch of those things. But the bottom line is, at the end of the fucking day, he did nothing wrong. He was there as an auditor or observer, which is a constitutionally protected activity. We are allowed to record our government officials in capacity of their duties. They won't do it, so we're gonna do it. And these guys who think they got away with murder, you ain't got away with shit, son. You ain't got away with shit. There's a list circulating. And you're on that list. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. If our government will not prosecute murderers, street justice time. That's all I'll say. Rise up the fuck up and take care of it. All right. Here we go. Another Donald Trump hater. How about don't fight with the cops when they're making an arrest? Again, when you show me proof that he was fighting and not protecting this young lady, then maybe I'll let you have an inch. Okay. How to find resolution. You're on the losing end of the 80-20 argument again. Said hi. Thank you. I am battling inside my mind. With myself. All right, everybody. We're going to stop all this. Everything else takes a back seat right now. Okay, we're going to stop with the Trump nonsense. We're going to stop with the ICE nonsense, and we're going to focus on Toppling here. Okay, because Toppling's needs us right now. He needs us to pick him up and get him going, and to get out of this place that he's in. Okay, guys, so I see you guys already responding to Toppling, and you know that he's reaching out to us. Toppling, I appreciate you coming here, man, and unloading on us. That's what we're here for. Maybe my 54-year-old ass can help you in one way or another. I know the people in here can, because they're all CTGs. Toppling, so far from what I've seen, you're good. Thank you for mentally saving me from that troll. She started it. Should have never been there. I guarantee I won't get shot by ICE. Want to know my secret? You'll never guess. What? Not go out to a protest? There was to a riot. There was no protest or riot going on, and they did not impede the officers' direction. This little fuck came over and shoved this woman. What kind of man? That's always going to be on video, okay? And I'm going to make sure that that video is looped, and that guy, when we figure out who that brown shirt is, that he's going to see that video for the rest of his life. Punk, little pussy son of a bitch, shoving a woman. You're in here dressed like you're in fucking Fallujah, and you got to shove a woman down on the ice. What a fucking man you are. And people are out here defending your trash ass. All right, I'm sorry. I want to focus on I want to focus on our boy over here. I didn't mean to get off on a rant, but I mean ICE does it to me. Heard that firearm can go off accidentally. We should all wait for the investigation to continue. I don't have any problems with that, but it's got to be an outside investigation. It ain't going to be these fuckers investigating themselves. Hell no. Hell no. We need a bipartisan group going in there investigating that. Because it ain't going to take them long to figure out what the charges are. Murder 1. All right. I can't figure out if it misfired or not. Interesting theory. Well, I mean, again, that's another thing where what he said, we got to wait till the end. It potentially could have happened that way. The agent pulls the guy's gun, and as he's turning around running off, he's got it down, aimed towards the ground, and it might have fired. And if it did, why don't they just fucking come clean with it? Let's hear that. Because, I mean, that's an accident. It still shouldn't have happened. But it puts them in a different light, even though there's one ICE officer over there clapping right after it fucking happens. Yeah, that happened too, if you haven't seen that video. But yeah, the misfire thing, that one interests me too. Pretty is a disadvantage because you have to have an ID on you to carry. Yeah, but that's a minor offense. That's like a ticket. That's like a ticket. I've seen people get pulled over before, and they said I got a permit or whatever, and they give them their name and they look them up. Simple thing. Oh yeah, he's got a permit. Okay. All right. Is it possible to believe in human rights and the pro-abortion and be pro-abortion at the same time? Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. Yes. Absolutely, it is. And here's what I'll give you. I'm not going to argue about this with Redeem because I see you got Jesus in your title, and you want to come in here and argue about abortion. I'm not going to do it, but I'll leave a couple of facts for you. 92% of abortions happen before 16 weeks. No heartbeat. So, you're not aborting a fetus. You're aborting a clump of cells. Okay? That's science right there. Now, let's talk more about abortion. So, they pin this on the Democrats and they say, oh, they want abortion until birth. Okay, it's a simple thing, people. You have that in there in case at the last minute we run into a situation where, you know, it's the baby or the mom. And they have to make a decision. A very difficult decision. It wouldn't be easy, you know, it's a tough shit to decide. So, but it rarely happens. Rarely. Which always goes back to the same thing with a certain group politically. They will find one or two, you know, they'll find a couple little things of fraud or something. They'll find it and they'll say, well, we got to throw it away. We don't even need it. The safety net. Threw away our safety net because there's people committing fraud on it. You know, and these are our people, our poor people. Yet, we don't hold corporations to the same accountability. Help me understand that. The corporations are the ones, that's where, and the corporations and billionaires are the ones where all the money's going. Every bit of it, it's going there. And they're wondering why sales numbers are down. Well, I mean, you've nickeled and dimed us to death, so we're not buying anymore. Eventually, they got to understand every year they're not going to fucking get more profit. That's not sustainable for a company. Yet they'll try by jacking their prices up and doing all kinds of nasty stuff that they don't need to be doing. Now, why aren't we going after them? Why? Because they're white? I mean, seriously, we have to have this conversation. All right. How do you feel about ICE? You heard it. I don't have to go back. You're too mentally ill to help anybody? Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Said, hi. How you doing, Nickel? Nikki? Nickel, Nikki. Too much hiding going on. Message help review. Why also did he have all the ammo on him? And his dad told him not to take his gun with him. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I don't care. Because he didn't do anything. You know, well, what, how do you know he wasn't there to murder those people? I mean, dude, it does not matter. I mean, what his intentions were. His intentions were not to do any of that shit. That would be the dumbest shit in the world, to take a 9mm gun and want to kill all these ICE agents in the middle of the street. An ICU nurse. Yeah, that makes so much fucking sense. So we'll move on from that. Later, dude, I'm politicked out. Haha, check you later. Aaron, I appreciate you, boss. Thanks, Rolls. Unfortunately, what would Rolls or his dad do isn't the legal standard that determines whether or not someone gets to exercise their constitutional rights. I have a license to carry and would not be taking my firearm with me. I may take a Burma with me. Well, I mean, I've seen protests. I've seen, dude, I've covered them. The fucking red hat, the Trump rallies and shit. The guys, the 2A guys who come out with their fucking AR-15 or whatever it is on their fucking holstered on them. Those guys are my friends. I'm First Amendment. I protect the First Amendment. They're Second Amendment. They're out there practicing their rights. I've never had an issue with that. Now, all the Republicans are going to say, oh, all of a sudden the Dems are, for the Second Amendment. We've always been for the Second Amendment. I don't know one Democrat who isn't for the Second Amendment. It goes back to the whole thing where, well, let's talk about maybe getting rid of these AR-15s, Oh, you want to ban guns? No, I don't want to ban guns. I mean, there's so much great. That's what I'm talking about. It's either 100% or nothing. When we had to wear masks, we've talked about this before. Who was the side that didn't want to wear the mask? Anyone? I'll tell you, it was the red side. They were the ones going out not wearing their mask, and okay, they raised hell about it. Got so persecuted in public, but their reasoning behind it eventually became, well, they don't work. Because people still get it. I'm like, yeah, they do work. They cut the risk. It's what they do. It's never going to be 100%, ever. But something over your fucking face, it don't even have to be a mask. Put a fucking shirt over your face or something, is going to provide you some protection. So it's valuable. You don't throw it out. Right? Yet one side, they just constantly, it's either all or nothing. And that's just not, it's same thing with electric cars. Same thing with electric cars. Look, I I'm okay with electric cars, okay? Because I know what's going to happen with electric cars. They're like, well, I don't want to have to just charge every 200 miles. Okay, yeah, I understand that. But technologies advance. They advance. As people buy into those models that are going to get them around the city, as people do that, then the technology is going to advance and advance. Next thing you know, you're driving to Florida on one charge from Tennessee. You have to have people purchase it and have an interest in it in order for it to advance. Right? So, I just wonder what the hell we're thinking sometimes. It makes no sense to me. Where are we at? And where'd that train stop at? Oh, okay. So, like I said, I see them with their guns at protests, and I've never had an issue with it. I look at it like, okay, that's kind of weird that you got a fucking machine gun at the carnival. But I understand this is the USA. It is what it is. If he wants to carry a goddamn tank around and it's a bazooka, then eventually I'm sure that's going to happen, because you know how we love blowing shit up in this country. All right, 25% of Gen X was aborted. Good for those guys. They didn't have to come up and go through this shit, did they? The dude abides. Thank you, Rabbit. Appreciate you, boss. Thanks, Rolls. Unfortunately, what would Rolls do? Is it the legal? Okay, we already had that one. Because I would not be there in the first place. I knew that's what you were going with, man. I didn't even read it, but I knew that was what you were going with. I would be there. And the reason I would be there is to, again, record my government officials and protect my First Amendment rights. Because if you don't practice them, they go away. All right. How are you? I'm doing good, Will Manister. How you doing? Thanks, Rolls. Unfortunately, okay. Hey, friend from Central Minnesota. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? Message deleted. I'm saying after Renee got killed, would not take it with me. Okay. Okay. See? And you let Liver Cheese go off on a rant like that, didn't you? That's a common sense thing. I understand that now, what you're saying. Communication. Of course, I'm not reading it. If I could hear you, then I would know, oh, stop your stupid ass rant. It's not a stupid ass rant, but it doesn't have anything to do with what you're saying. The way you're saying it is common sense. Yeah, they're trying to hurt people. So if you have a gun, yeah, I understand that too. But I'm a First Amendment auditor. This guy was an ICU nurse, so I don't think he really has had that hands-on experience and how if you question them the wrong time or the wrong moment, you're going to get fucked up. They got a badge and they're gonna try to take as much power from that fucking badge as they can. So I think that he just maybe, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have had it on me, but you could have it on you, is what I'm saying. You could, and it's legal, perfectly legal. That's all. Can you touch your ear? Yeah, touch my ear, man. I'm way behind, so you're probably gone. There's the message again. Yo, Grandpa, what up, dude? Just did a backflip and I farted. It's cool. I love that message, man. Thank you for that. I just got a visual in my head that helped me wipe out this political bullshit, okay? So thank you. As soon as they can crack 500 miles per charge, gasoline engines will become obsolete. Critical, that's what I'm talking about, man. And I mean, I get it, man. I get it. That thing I do get. I get how people who love their trucks and they love to be on the road all the time, anytime, they don't have to want to come home and have to wait for a charge. I get it. They don't want to have to wait. I understand that, guys. But what you're not understanding is you can have both for a while, for a long while. I could see a future with 6 pumps for gas, 4 pumps no, they'd have to have a lot more for electric vehicles, but the chargers right over here right at the gas station. Why don't they use it as a business opportunity? You know, these places like Love's that have the big gas stations, Buc-ee's, man, they set up a charger out there, and these guys have to come in to your place and wait for however long it takes, an hour. I'm just going to say an hour. That's a business opportunity right there, brother. Get on it. Get on it. These guys coming in, they're a captive audience. They're going to walk out with 2 bags of Buc-ee shit. You know, they're going to have the Buc-ee nut. They're going to have the big ass brisket, all that good shit. They're going to have it. So think about those kind of things. It doesn't have to be one or the other, is what I'm saying. It's going to take a while for the electric vehicles to advance to a level that they're going to be where anybody, like he says, 500 miles, it's going to be a little bit. And even after that, cars are still going to be here. You know what I mean? That's what you have it in this vision in your mind that if you don't get rid of these electric vehicles and shame everybody that has an electrical vehicle, then the next thing you know, it's going to be all electrical vehicles tomorrow. That's not the way the world works. Give people the choice, is all I'm saying. Give them a choice. If it turns out people don't want to deal with the charging and all that, and then your hands are clean. You didn't have anything to do with them not being there. See what I'm saying? That's all. All right, here we go. I see that Route 66 you have on here. Ever been on the full road? No, man. I'd love to get out there this summer. I would love to. We're going to be doing some bigger trips, you know, for ourselves and for, you know, we'll be doing some live feeds and videos, streams and videos. So yeah, I look forward to that, man. You're okay with electric cars till they take gasoline away and all those fuel-injected carb vehicles are worthless. I don't think that gas is going to be taken away. I think you're talking about, you know, you're talking about 50, 100 years from now, 50 years probably, that's when, okay, nobody wants the gas cars anymore. I mean, there's ways around that kind of stuff, dude. I'm just saying we need to give it more critical thinking instead of just poo-pooing it away. Because I think a solution can be reached. I really do on that front. I'm honestly thinking about going back to wearing a mask during grocery shopping. Almost every time I go, I get sick. See, that's what I'm talking about. Swan, you understand, a mask provides some protection. It's not going to provide 100%, never will. Otherwise, doctors wouldn't have worn them for 100 years. You know what I mean? So, and hey, when I was wearing the mask, I didn't get pneumonia, or not pneumonia. I didn't get the flu. I didn't get the flu one time. I didn't get it. So, and I was around people every day. All right. I even wash my hand at night when I get home and use sanitizer in my car. Good on you. Who's the figure on top of the bottom of the boom box? That is the Iron Sheik. Wait. Yeah, it's the Iron Sheik. He's an old WWE wrestler. I don't particularly like him, or anything, but I'm a picker, and I found him one day, and I was like, I like him. Wait, I didn't like him as a wrestler, but I like his figure, so I stuck it up there. That makes a little more sense. Thank you for that question, man. Cheech Dong is your name. Cheech Dong is your name. Okay. I got an odd question. If you care to participate, I want to participate, but I'm taking a long time getting to the bottom of the feed or the comments. Jesus, did you fart during or when you landed? What? I didn't fart just then, if that's what you're talking about. Hybrid is the way, no plug-in, but still better mix both. Exactly. I didn't even think about the hybrids. You know, hybrids are that's a good middle ground there. I mean, who's to say we can't come up with a vehicle one day that you can use gas and electric? You know, you can. It's a hybrid, right? But yeah, hybrids. They need to come back. I haven't seen many of those lately. Kind of makes me wonder what's happening with them. Do you like Anita O'Day? I don't know who Anita O'Day is. I probably would if you reminded me. What's up, brother? Tater Salad, what's up, man? He's probably not in here anymore. I got to give him props. My favorite auditor from the Michigan Constitutional Crusader himself, Tater Salad, was here. Hopefully he's still here. We talked a little bit about auditing tonight, Tater. We can talk more since you're here. Tater, I'm not gonna lie, man. These videos, these audit videos, holy shit, they're getting worse. They're getting worse and worse. For a while there, and I mean that in a physical way, you know. For a while there, man, it seemed like we were starting to make some progress. You know, we'd go to these little areas. Like I went to some areas outside of Memphis, and they you know they come up and we educate them, or they let us know they're educated. Man, but what has been happening lately? Is it because of the ICE push that these guys now think, well, they're getting away with it, let me try to get away with it? Could that have something to do with it? I don't know. But Tater, I know you had to be very, very upset after Saturday, man, when that shit happened. That was brutal, dude. Because, you know, I came on here and did a live stream. I was very pissed off about it because I told all my viewers, I was like, that's me. That's me. Had they been in Memphis, do it right down there, that would have been me. And to be honest with you, I don't know that I would have been as cool as he was, as this nurse was. You know, he was just, eventually, I'm the type where, I mean, a badge is a badge, man, but if I feel like I'm in danger for my life, I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back. It's just going to happen. Yeah, but it's hard to watch them these days. I'm glad to see you're getting out there regularly still, Tater. I've been watching your videos. Trying to remember what the last one I watched was. Oh, I did do a marathon of Welcome to the World the other day. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Tater. I did not know that was, you know who? Spanky Pants. I didn't know. I don't know how I didn't know, but when I watched, maybe I just didn't watch as many of those videos as I thought I did. But rewatching it, I was like, wait a minute, that's fucking Spanky. And then what he did on that video with you and him, where he did a recap of, man, how long did that take him to do? Props, man, because he cut out a lot of the walking and all the excess stuff going on that, you know, us lazy editors will still leave in because somebody might find it interesting, right? Well, he took all that out and had just the good stuff, man, back to back to back. If you don't know, go to Welcome to This World Media, and I think he put them out a couple weeks ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago, but you'll find them there. All of them are about an hour and a half long. And I watched one, and you know how it is, man. You watch one, you can't just have just one, you got to have two. So I went and I watched another one, and I think he put 5 of them out. All that content, man, what a fucking pro. And I left him a comment, man, and he responded to it, and I told him, you're down this way, man. Even if you don't want to audit with me, I can show you the areas you need to be in. I wouldn't advise it right now, clearly. And Tater, you understand that's one of the reasons I ain't been out too much. And I'm kind of, you know, hemming and hawing on my channel. But it's about freedom in the end. So I'm still trying to keep that freedom edge there. You know, but we talk about things that need to be talked about, both sides. That's what we got to do. I tried to be apolitical for a long time as an auditor, and it's hard to do it. It's really hard to do it when you have what's happening right this second. And I know Spank's you know, I've heard him talk about the man before, and that's okay, man. Spank, that's okay. I get it. I'm sure you have your reasons. But two thumbs up, textbook perfection. Please go watch those videos, guys. You will thank me in the stream tomorrow. You'll be like, I've talked to a lot of people who've jumped into my streams and didn't really know too much about 1A. And I know a girl here in Bartlett, and she works at a retail place, and I talked to her. And I went in yesterday, and she was like, hey, they were one of the only stores open because it's sheets of ice everywhere. I don't know how they opened. But I went in, and she something had clicked in her head. She goes, hey, I went back and watched your old videos, and she goes, I kind of understood what you were doing, but now I really understand what you're doing. And she was talking about Saturday, you know, and I was like, and she just said, I want to thank you because you're putting yourself in not in safe territory doing what you're doing. And it meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me because it clicked. And she wasn't an audit person. And, you know, it takes a certain person to come in and just watch these audit videos. They're entertaining, don't get me wrong. We love them because people just act insane in public. But anything like that with human interaction, I love it. I love it. I can watch it and watch it. And that's one of the reasons I like tater salad so much is he's funny. He's just a funny ass. And he does it when you least expect it, you know. It'll pop out. You'll think he's just sitting over there just minding his own, and he'll just pop out this funny ass, something funny or just very relevant, something creative, something that a way I've never thought of it before. And that's just fucking, that's awesome. I love everything about that, man. And I'm sorry, I won't do this many more times, but I feel like we have a few new people in here tonight, so I wanted to give you props again. I'll probably do it anytime you come in here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I respect you that much. So, all right, let's see. I'm gonna try to read some more of these guys. Let me see. And what happened to our boy who was, you know, talking like, was he just trolling us? Is he still here? Let's see. They don't even make manual vehicles anymore. We're screwed. Thank you. God, I get so pissed off, man, when I see these sports cars. I see a bad-ass sports car, I'll go over and I'll look inside and no stick. And I'm like, man, how do you have a car like that with no stick? Why did we stop teaching that? Why? It would. We need to start teaching that again, man. Start bringing manuals out because with phones now, think about it, guys. I mean, it's just common sense. It's common sense. It teaches a person to stay more focused on the road. It teaches a person that's on a hill, nothing like that. Nothing like the feeling of being on that hill and knowing you're okay. You know what I mean? It's gonna back up a little bit. Holy shit, there's a car right behind me. But you get that spot in first gear, you know, and you're just, that's a great feeling. Kids need to know that feeling. They need to know it. And it teaches kids. Okay, granted, it might teach some kids to go faster. I'll give you that much. But it also teaches you to focus on the road. You can't be on your phone if you have to have a stick in this hand. Let's make it happen, guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. These are the solutions we need. No, but stick shift needs to come back. It not only that, it gives you bonding time with your kids, right? I remember my dad teaching me how to drive a stick. It's a bonding. It's like going fishing or hunting. It's a thing that we've taken away. You know, they've taken away from us, and we want it back. Give it back. Give us our moments back. By the way, open up Walmart's 24 hours a day now, too. What are we waiting on? I want to go shopping again at 4 a.m. Sorry. Where the fuck? My child support. You steady playing on YouTube when little school shoots. Tracy from daycare. Who the hell out of here? That was a good one. Here, I'm gonna pin that one. That's good. Relaxing music. More electric cars on the road means less demand for gas. That means gas prices will drop dramatically. Do you not want lower gas prices? Supply and demand. Great point, relaxing. Jumping in there, man. We just have to let people know that these things don't have to be scary. You know what I mean? It's not a scary thing, man. It's just sometimes your civilization has to advance a little bit, and people have to retrain on certain jobs. But none of us may have a job with the way AI is going, and I'm just don't even get me started on AI. You get me ranting again. PSA: masks don't work to stop viruses. They offer protection. They don't work 100%. You're absolutely correct, but they do offer some form of protection. It would be like if somebody came up and sneezed right in your face. That's a perfect example. If you got a mask on, guess what? All that shit. Now you better take it off and throw it away and put on another one. But I'm saying you avoided that direct shot. That's all. And we're not going to get back into mask, okay? It is what it is. We all have our differences of opinions on it. Question: I have a parent who immigrated here legally 40 years ago. My father has 5 to 6 generations of history here in the U.S. Do you consider their kid, me, a first generation American or 7th? Immigrant here legally 40 years. Father has 5 to 6 generations of history here in the U.S. So he was here 5 or 6. I'm confused. I think according to the way I'm reading it, you're 7th. That's my answer. Or ding, 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 ding. Re in hell. Solar panels in the roads. There you go. There you go. I love your look, dude. No, you don't. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I need to edit better. Or use trash as fuel, like Back to the Future. Yeah. Why do we have those, man? That's the way you get flying cars. You don't. Flying cars wouldn't be gasoline powered. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe they would. Who the hell knows? I want my flying cars, though. We were promised them. We don't have them. You look like the ideal person I'd want to share a joint with outside the bar. Thank you, man. That's a high compliment right there, brother. Wasn't me. Hi. Shouldn't I abstain from pouring myself a glass of loose stools? Trying to boost microbiome. Thanks, Daddy. What the hell's wrong with all y'all? Nope. My 2012 Toyota Prius is a hybrid and has 460,000 miles on it. Excellent. Thank you for that. Tater jumping in on the conversation. I love it, man. It's a good point, too. Note. Sorry, not peanuts. Yeah, keep cooking. No, slow. I'm trying to get to it, brothers. I'm trying. And sisters. Opinion on Alberta trying to leave Canada and go independent. I didn't know anything about that. I'll have to, so I can't give you a real opinion on that, Snow Bear. I'll read up. I'll try to figure out if that's a thing. And I'm sure you're saying it is, so let me go check it out, and then I'll give you an opinion. No hybrids are very popular. That's the way all cars are going now. Toyota and Nissan, only Tesla really still pushing the plug-in EV. I got a Prius, a hybrid, 50 miles per gallon, and cars last 400,000 miles. Tyson coming in right after Tater Salad with the 400,000 miles. There's your proof. I've heard my car, if I keep it maintained, it could hit 300. It's a Subaru Crosstrek. Ooh, I drove her in the snow today. Ooh, man. I don't think I've ever had an all-wheel drive like her down to the. I call it her, and me and my wife call it her. All-wheel drive car that's a little lower. Man, she's just hugging it. She was like, I've been waiting for this. This is where I shine. It was good stuff. I was very impressed. Let's go. We're back. Sorry, phone on. Wife stole gun on accident. Not gonna lie. Seriously, it's me, not potato. What are y'all doing, man? Just ignore the people right here listing. No, I don't, bro. No, don't, bro. Don't lose the plots. It's not Spanky. That's not Spanky. That's not Spanky. You're not. You're shitting me. I thought that was. I thought it was Spanky. They have very similar styles. Those two. Wow. And I love the Pam Cam thing too. she's awesome. Man, you two. Well, then you just have a natural. Look, man, I think you have a natural knack for providing good good content for other people coming in and teaming up. What am I trying to say? You make a good duo. You make a good duo. I watch you all the time, but when you're with somebody, it seems like you guys have this second nature where you play off each other. So have you known Welcome to the World for a long time, or is you can tell me that? I need a beer, bro. Wife said no. I'm definitely not good to drive. I get it. Toyota stopped being Toyota. The 90s, everything new is built to break down, or six transmissions and everything new. JS Hawk, my favorite vehicle of all time, is the 1988 through 91 Toyota Celica GT. I loved Supra too, but Supra was, I knew liver cheese would never be a Supra kind of guy. I had to do the Celica. I had to do the low end. But you got the GT, you got a little bad son of a bitch right there. I'm telling you. I look for them all the time. You don't even see them anymore. I'll see once in a blue moon, and I always talk to the person driving it. I'm like, where'd you get it? How many miles did it have? Does it have a stick shift? I found a guy was in Bartlett not long ago at a gas station, and I saw a blue one, and I asked him. I was like, hey man, I got to ask you how much you pay for it. And he told me, and I said, is it stick shift? And he said no. I was like, oh god damn. Man, I would still drive it just because it's my favorite car. Pulled up. I didn't show me. Too late. LOL. Keep it up. Mine has 460,000 miles on with no issues. I bet you take good care of your vehicles, don't you, Tater? I can see that about you, man. I'm the opposite. I wish. Well, I mean, I've always been like, I've never had a brand new car, so I feel like when you get a brand new car, you treat it a little differently. Maybe you want to, that's your baby. Huge investment these days. So I wanna treat this one like you treat your cars. Can't stop, won't stop. Hey, you're Jeff Skunk Baxter. Thank you, man. I don't know who that is. If it was opposite day, 6 minutes left. Hello, I got you. Big dogs don't lie. Dad says hi. Rip Dion. Oh my God! Look, I get to the bottom of it. Hang on. If I miss anybody, let me see. Swan's got a good one here. Let me see. When you're on that hill and you keep stalling out the truck, the guy behind you starts honking. You'll figure out you figure out a stick real quick. Thank you. Don't get it in my hair this time. Oh boy. Oh boy. They should have been all kinds of car seats to have a pressure alarm that goes off when you turn your car off and still senses a child or infant in the car seat. Great idea. Fantastic idea. Can they make it profitable? That's where we got to look at. If they can't make it profitable, then they're not even going to think about that. You are intelligent. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Don't care. You got any good Pokemon cards? I sold a bunch of them recently. I think I have some up on eBay. I don't think there's anything ridiculous. I think I got an $80 card or something. Nothing fantastic. You looking to buy? Opinions doesn't matter when it comes to public health. Only facts and reason. Yeah. You're looking so cool. Love you, Trump. Thank you, love you, Trump. Nope, his name is Ian, and a lot of people think he is Spanky. Okay. So it's not just me and my gummy I took thinking he's Spanky. Yeah, it's interesting. I watched him, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I watched their old church videos, and I remember thinking, this guy right here, he had like I was looking at his subs because his subs were close to my subs. Well, man, I don't even know what he's at now, but holy crap, man, he took off. He deserves every bit of it too. They put out good content just like you do. So, and one day maybe mine will catch on. Who knows? We'll see. All right. Nope, only met Welcome to This World a year ago. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. You just probably are that type of person that, you can get around somebody and kind of pick up a vibe and kind of understand, what you can kind of get a sense of, well, they're probably going to do something like this, or they're probably not going to do anything stupid like this. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd do anything real stupid. I just think that I would try to pressure myself too much to have a back and forth with you. And I wouldn't want to ruin your video. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But with things like that, you just let it happen naturally, right, brother? You just let it happen. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you're great together or terrible together, it's okay. You're both doing what you need to do for freedom. That's what it's all about. I can't wait to see you do more audits once the weather gets better. Yeah, I'm going to get back out there. This is, there'll be some experimental stuff. We're going to try some hopefully kind of unique things. There's still people out there that are, putting out very creative content. And the guy that puts the lipstick on, I always forget his name though, man. I don't know why. I just always forget his name. All right, get a haircut and get a real job like your brother, Gaden. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a burn. Is there birds in there? Where? No birds in here. Guys, my battery, my battery on my phone's about to fucking die, and I don't have my charger with me. Tater, pop in here anytime, man. Especially, did I send you my information? I think I might have. Yeah, I think I sent you I think I did. If I didn't, let me know. I'll get it to you. When you're down here, then at least I can buy you a rack of ribs or something. Oh shit, what did I just sign up for? Rack of ribs, that shit ain't cheap. Rack. All right, guys. I love y'all, man. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other, and continue to talk, man, and freedom, and don't take no shit. Question authority. Always question authority. I love you guys, and Swan, where you at? Did you say goodbye, Swan? No, guys. If Swan, if you're in here, all I'll say is that we're getting closer to where we can do the split screen, where you can show some of your stuff, I can show some of my stuff. Wait a minute, that came out wrong. that didn't come out right. I need to change that. You know what I'm talking about. Nothing dirty or anything like that. Love you guys. Continue to talk. Take care of each other. And all right, we'll see you later. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Love y'all. Thanks for jumping in, Tater Salad. Do it anytime you want, boss.